Hi everyone, this is a presentation of group number 8 on the subject BCM 111. How does street art in USA and in Russia affect on political and social ways of citizens? This is our team.
Street art is a style of modern visual art that represents art for having a strong urban character. Street art might be found in any city, no matter what infrastructure, size, or population it has. Street art is a method of communication that helps artists engage with the urban community. Through street art in the public space of the city, artists initiate a dialogue with citizens who may have different social ties and diverse goals for being in that place. However, street artists have various objectives and motivations. Some people apply art to express themselves, show off their abilities, or change the city, while others use street art to draw attention to social or political issues and engage in conversation with the general public and authorities. Due to its open nature, street art may demonstrate social and political issues in a specific city or nation, as well as those that affect both certain demographic groups and societies. Investigating a city's street and art can reveal its residents' specific difficulties, challenges with power and government, and pressing societal issues. There are many ways to evaluate and understand the meaning of graffiti and murals nowadays. For instance, the semiotic method looks at signs denotative, direct meaning referring to the referent, and connotative, complex collection of associations related to the represented item and what it symbolizes, levels of perception. Through the use of images, a structuralist method provides the observation of socially significant instances in social reality as it focuses on themes of power, restriction, ideology, silence, isolation, representation, and interpretation. The social critical approach is equally essential. This method considers aesthetics as an area that is divided by ideologies.
Hello, my name is Elena, and today I will be talking about street art in Russia and how does it promote political and social problems. Street art in Russia has begun gaining popularity and recognition in recent years. It became an important form of artistic expression and a way of artists to communicate their ideas and opinions with masses. Street art began to emerge in Russia in the late 1990s and early 2000s, particularly in urban areas like Moscow and St. Petersburg. It initially started as a form of protest and rebellion against the political and social system. Types of street art. Mostly in Russia, we can see graffitis as a really common type of art on the streets, but some other artists are using different materials to show their artworks. For example, Pasha 183 used stickers in his work as well as installations, and Alexei Luka used paint brushes in order to create his art pieces. A lot of street artists are highlighting social problems, such as historical and cultural identity. Some of the street artists in Russia explore themes related to historical events, culture, heritage, and national identity. And a lot of artists who are doing graffitis promoting the historical heritage, and whenever the historical heritage becomes erasable by the government, they start to rebel. This what happened with Slovak Patriarcha Make Russia Great Again art piece. The idea behind this piece is that whenever municipal services are trying to hide something, they are erasing the heritage and history of the town. Whenever it's the historical buildings, they're covering it into the one color, or embankment or other street art. They're erasing the culture, they're erasing and trying to make everything to look the same, to look gray. Therefore, this piece is really important for the people, and it stands for making a diversity and making more street art and rebelling against the municipal services so they can make a change. Another art piece which is really interesting to look at was done by group Yav and it was a graffiti of written numbers 1984 as reference to George Orwell's novel with a quote, "Don't go online, don't make a mistake." It's a line from the poem by Josh Brodsky. This work shows the political protest that relates to a freedom of expression and speech, and artists in the group choose to portray fears and governance of citizens in creative way. Therefore, some political graffiti displays a sense of patriotism and national identity in the effort of strengthen sense of community among citizens. This work is a good example of what can be done in the field of freedom of expression. Nevertheless, every single graffiti which is made by artists in every single part of the world is important because it has the meaning behind it and the idea of changing something or showing something. So we need to be careful as this type of art is most of the times ruined and covered, but it's still part of modern society and modern culture. So we need to create more places where people can create their art pieces and show off their voices. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Yana, and today I will discuss about street art in the USA and how does it promote political and social problems. Street art also has a significant impact on the political and social views of US citizens. Political street art is used to express disagreement and criticism of political decisions and politicians, because local artists create works that reveal many problems, shortcomings, or inequalities in politics, thereby causing Americans to reflect and discuss, as well as increasing their awareness of various political issues. Thanks to this, people begin to realize the importance and consequences of certain political problems. Social street art is used to show the public life stories and the plight of vulnerable groups, as well as to promote understanding and empathy. This helps them realize their social responsibility and increases their level of education on social issues. In addition, street art in America encourages citizens to participate in political and social activities. They can be used to call for action, rallies, or elections. The first street artist who made a significant contribution to the political art of America is Cleon Peterson. Cleon Peterson's works often show nightmarish, disturbing scenes depicting incredibly brutal mass killings among street fighters. This is one example from his work. But apart from that, this American street art artist also considered political subjects from the point of view of caricature, such as American presidents, in particular Donald Trump. I suggest you look at some of these works. These are caricatures such as Little Big Man, Trump 2017, and Useless Idiot Red. And also his work include Into the Sun and Out of Darkness. The second artist about the significant street art that I want to tell you is Sean Solomon. He painted the image with caricatures of protest, posters topped with a banner that says "Not my president" in bold. President Donald Trump's election victory really reflects how mistaken some people in the country are in believing his views, Solomon said. Art has long been used as a form of protest, and today perhaps nowhere is this more evident than in downtown Auckland, where breathtaking street art covers almost all the shop windows on Broadway. Black Lives Matter images are particularly popular social street art. The epic yellow inscription, Black Lives Matter, painted across 2 blocks leading to the White House in Washington, D.C., inspired the creation of similar street art across the country, including Auckland, which covers 3 blocks of 15th Street. The project was completed by several local artists, as well as many community members and curious passers-by. Painted portraits of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor also now adorn the walls in downtown Auckland, along with words of protest and empowerment. The Dear WRK artist is behind several street art painted in downtown Auckland, including this one, which depicts George Floyd. I feel like I have a voice and a purpose. The portrait of George Floyd that I made is terrible. It was done in a hurry, and the only link I had was on my phone, but it doesn't matter. The message is there, the reminder is there. What has been happening in our country since its foundation is disgusting. We need serious changes, and I hope that my art will help remind people of this every day, he said. Street art on 12th Street in Auckland is dedicated to the life of Breonna Taylor and aims to emphasize that black women are a special target and most vulnerable to systems of oppression in our world. The artist of this work, Kathy Does Art Staff, wrote, "Thank you so much."
In conclusion, street art is a powerful form of communication that reflects social and political issues within a city. It can be used to express personal creativity, draw attention to injustices, and encourage political action. In the United States, street art has played a significant role in shaping political and social views, as it has been utilized to criticize politicians, highlight inequalities, and promote understanding. From depicting political leaders to addressing social issues such as poverty, racism, gender inequality, and human rights violations, street art brings attention to crucial topics that need to be changed. Moreover, it encourages citizens to actively engage in political activities. In Russia, street art is still emerging as an important form of expression, yet it has already been employed as a means to protest against the government. Russian street art serves as an important form of expression for the public to voice their social and political concerns. The artwork created by Slava Petrarch and other Russian street artists offers a satirical and provocative form of protest, drawing attention to the ongoing chaos and struggles faced by the public. Overall, street art serves as a reflection of a city's residents and their struggles, making it a vital aspect of urban culture.
Thank you for your attention.